drugs and shit like that. And
Funny?
well, all right. So I was.
Did you meet that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was supposed to go on the shoot with them, to go to his doctor's appointment. And he, in the car ride, apparently they didn't need me, luckily. But in the car ride, he starts shooting up, literally taking this Dilaudid, which is some crazy ass fucking horse tranquilizer, fucking shit, and crumbling it up. It's in the film. You should see it. Crumble it up, put the fucking spoon, heat the spoon up, syringe it. He syringed it and put it in.
Shit.
And it's just like going crazy with it.
Shooting up crazy.
So luckily I didn't get to experience that, but the filmmaker, one of the directors called me.
Yeah.
At Tunica. This is a different story. Called me while he was at Tunica, was dropping off. He was riding with them, Jerry McGill.
Yeah.
He fucking calls me and says, "Drew, come pick me up. I'm done. I'm fucking done with the film. It's over." And I was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Okay." So I haul ass to Tunica. As soon as I get there, there's shit everywhere in front of the Gold Strike. Apparently, there's like all of his like shit that he's been collecting. He lives like a homeless man, so everywhere he goes is just like a big mess.
Okay.
So like apparently he had like smashed his girlfriend's car's window or whatever, and like
at the
freaked
casino?
out at the casino, in front of the casino, and then she's like throwing all his shit out in front of the casino.
Out of a van or something?
I pull up as the car is like spinning out, going off or whatever. Jerry McGill's walking inside, and I just see Paul Dewan, the filmmaker, wide-eyed, like, and I go up, and he like puts his shit in his car, and he's like, "I need a fucking beer. I need a fucking beer." And I was like, "Okay, all right, man." So we go, and I hear his story, and apparently that's what happened, and it's all in the film.
Jesus.
But that's what's crazy about getting a documentary situation is like for instance, right now, the project I did, I had to go film in Skid Row, and I had to go film this health clinic where a bunch of drug addicts and homeless people go, and it's always kind of sketchy. If you do documentaries, if you do reality TV, you're dealing with real people.
Yeah.
So it's not like actors who are trained to act a certain way and be a certain way. You're dealing with all of these fucking crazy ass people who are not shy.
No. And I think that you make a good point. I mean, I don't think that's really said that much about people that do a lot of reality TV. Like, a lot of people that I've run into that make scripted TV or features, this and that, whatever, I don't know if this is a known thing for the general public, but scripted TV, they kind of look down on reality and the people that do reality. It's kind of considered like, I don't know, a lot of people consider it like the B squad. Okay, if we were in
it's just like they see the content as trash because it's,
and that therefore reflects on you.
But everybody watches it.
Exactly, and it pays the bills for half of LA. It basically kept LA alive since the film incentives went away, and now they're back, and there's a lot of filming here now. But when that went away, reality TV kept this place alive. It literally kept this place employed. It would have been like Detroit after the car manufacturers shut down there. Shit like that. It would have been just dead. So, reality TV saved a lot of people's careers. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people look down on it.
Yep.
When, like Drew just said, you have to deal with these. Like, I know people say, "Oh, reality TV is not real," whatever. You for real have to deal with crazy ass real people all the time that have no representation, no management to go ahead and talk to you about whatever their thing is or whatever their deal is. Now you're approaching someone probably having like a piece of paper asking them to sign their face away, basically, so you can film them or something, or whatever they say is okay for you to broadcast. And a lot of people do not like that. Like, they won't talk to you. They won't, sometimes they'll be aggressive. And, I mean, it can be really rough. And I don't think people get credit for it, dude. Like, They really don't.
I think for me, it's like I don't really like reality TV, and it's for some of the reasons you were talking about, like the storytelling. To me, it's just like it's I don't know, a cheap way to tell a story. But I do not respect people who work in reality TV because I know how hard it is.
It's really hard.
I definitely have a lot of respect for people who can put up with the situations that reality TV people put up with.
Yeah.
But that's just a misconception of like, just because a show sucks doesn't mean that people didn't work hard on it.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, these people work just as hard as you, as anybody that works in scripted or movies or whatever. They work harder, maybe even harder than you. Legit. True. That's probably a fact, actually. Because, I mean, sure, scripted and features and whatever, stuff that you'll see on these networks and in the theaters, they have a set thing they're going to do that day. Mm-hmm. No matter how long it takes, that's what they're doing that day. And they're going to make their day, right? Mm-hmm. In reality, you have a general whatever that you're going to try to do that day. Yeah. And it may or may not work out. And sometimes that may not work out is a big deal. And it kind of can affect way more than just your day. Like, I was just told about this story about someone. This is kind of like not really reality, but it happened to a crew that they were trying to help out. They were trying to get this story about this person taking back their kids from somebody, like her husband. It was a lady. Her husband took her kids out of the country, and was holding on to them, wouldn't let them go to their mom or whatever. So this crew went and they took her kids back for her. Okay?
Wow.
Super illegal.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't do this.
No.
And I mean, it's to be determined how much the crew. Yeah, but it's to be determined how much the crew actually knew. It could be the producers of the show that set it up, and they were just there to film it. But it fell on this crew, and therefore those 3 people might be going to jail for a very long time.
Yeah.
This same thing can happen in reality all the time.
That's so crazy because when you're filming a reality or documentary or whatever, you have to separate yourself from your subject. Mm-hmm. Even if you see them spiraling down, you have to tell their story.
Yeah.
And that's where a bunch of morally gray shit happens, because you can see this person's life spiraling out of control, and your heart is telling you to save them. It's like, stop them from doing this, but you can't.
Yeah, I mean,
and especially in a situation like that where it's illegal.
Yeah, what do you do? Really? Because you're losing your livelihood, you're losing your paycheck. You're not feeding your family or whatever if you don't do it. But if you do it, you're potentially screwing yourself, because you may or may not know that thing that you're doing is super illegal.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, this stuff happens. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I think reality TV and documentaries, there's almost a fine line between the two, because sometimes reality gets it really right,
Yeah.
And you'll see some shit on there, like, what was it, the first season of Real World was like a big deal because it was, they didn't know what to do with it, and it was for really real, like these people were really getting in fights. There was like, shit hitting the fan. But I feel like the first season of Real World is basically a documentary.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a thin line, but I think it gets more blurred and blurred as the content gets shittier and shittier. So, fuck me. Let's end that one.
Okay.
That was. Anyways, let's get into some more joyful shit. Like, let's talk about. I showed Drew. Alright, so the first Nintendo app called Miitomo is out, and it's on the App Store. Okay? Find it wherever you do your app stuff. It's what did you think? I just showed it to Drew right before we did the show. What did you think?
Well, honestly, I was looking at the loading screen for like 15 minutes, and I didn't even get to see inside of it. So
first impression, shit, loads too long. Second, my impression, it's basically a giant survey.
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's like you get to be friends with like your social networks or whatever, your Facebook, your Twitter, friends and shit. But it's all right. I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible, but it's obnoxiously Japanese, and not in a bad way. I'm just saying like the Japanese culture. It is so it doesn't. You know how there's localizations for video games, right? So a game that comes out in Japan, people sit down and they make it to where whatever is in that game makes sense to another country's culture. Okay? So when we get a Final Fantasy game or something, there's a whole team that's making that game make sense to Americans instead of it being like crazy Japanese centric. Okay? Same thing. But I don't think they did that for this. Okay? There's a lot of weird shit in it. Like the quirky, like when I say like a lot Japanese, I mean it's just like the quirky stuff that you hear about Japan, you know? Like weird outfits and like these weird little subcultures and shit like that. And like basically all the app is you answer these questions that it asks you. Like, oh, the first question I think I got asked was, what's my favorite food? Ooh, I put fried chicken. so anyway, super honest. So anyway, put that fried chicken. No long description. Anyway, put the fried chicken, and then like basically, the app to your friends will ask them, oh, so what do you think Pat's favorite food is? He just answered this. And then they ask, and then like they do some weird shit.
They go, nope, fried chicken.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, like some weird Japanese shit. I'm like, what is this? But it's not a game.
I didn't even know your favorite food is fried chicken. You told that app before you told me.
Well, if you was on the app, you'd know. Anyway, see, but Drew's not on it. That's what my point is. Nintendo may have misstepped on trying their first app.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because the first app should have been Mario Kart.
Probably.
Like, legit, they should have not done a social network and just did fucking Mario Kart. And that was it. It would be over. The game would be done.
Yeah. And then, I mean, they're promising 5 apps by March next year.
Well,
5.
One out of the 5 better be Mario Kart.
Apparently, the next one is going to feature a prominent Nintendo character.
Wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. Why haven't we talked about the new PS4 update?
3.5?
Yeah.
Playing on your computer?
Bruh.
It's on point, right? Have you played it yet?
I haven't done it yet. Does it work?
Oh, yeah. I'll show it to you. It's so on point. Oh, it's so on point. So alright. So to all you dudes out there, or all you chicks out there, that or in whatever else, if you're playing a game and your partner is like, yo, I really want to watch that new Housewives or whatever, or Real Housewives, or fucking anything else like that.
Okay, we get it. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, all right, cool. You bring the laptop in the room. You hit the PS4 app on there. Plug the controller in. Boom. That's it. It's so nice.
Oh. It does. It seems dope as fuck. And you know I want to. Well, I was really excited about it at first because my new iMac 5K.
But it's gonna look beautiful then.
it's gonna look beautiful, but it only supports 720p.
That's fine.
But still, it's cool to have it over there. But I'll be able to do it remotely, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a remote app.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's amazing. Like, it's amazing.
Do you have to be on the same Wi-Fi network?
You know what? I've been trying to test this out. I think you don't have to, because on the Vita you don't have to. You can be states away. You can be really far, but I think you have to know you have to be like really
like a code. Like
you have to like know
your code or something?
something like that. But you have to know like shit about your internet service and I think like your VPN or I'm probably fucking this up, but like stuff like that.
Whatever, yeah.
Anyway, it's really cool. I've tried it out. It works perfect. It's basically if you have a Vita or if you have a PS TV, the same thing.
Yeah. I've literally been working since I found out about it, but I cannot wait to try it because I want to.
I'll show you how easy it is in a minute. It's so quick. It's easy. It's simple.
I mean, just think about this. Like right now, okay, for me, the way my room's set up, it's my TV and PS4 so far away.
Mm-hmm.
If I could just bring my laptop in and do shit on my bed, that'd be the dream.
Well, the thing is, this is the coolest thing I think that you'll like, is it's just like, say you open your iTunes window, right, and you're looking at the quick feature podcast, you know what I'm saying? Leaving a review or whatnot. Anyway, you can just minus that in the thing, bring up your your PlayStation remote app.
Yep.
Pop that up, play a few minutes, minus it down, bring iTunes back up, leave another review, and then just, you just go back and forth. It's just like having a regular app on your computer.
Nice.
It's amazing.
I'm gonna do that.
But,
Tonight.
yeah, you should do that. Speaking of, though, so we talked about that and the Miitomo thing, and I think they're misstepping. Like, for real. It's just... It's not cool, man.
I mean, what is so wrong about putting Mario on iPhone? I don't understand. Like,